All right, thank you for joining us. This is the featured artist interview of the week with Mr. Tyler Colt. Once again, we did this earlier in the week, as I was telling you, telling everybody, but we had some technical issues, so we're going to do it once again. All right. Okay, so Tyler, why don't you tell us about yourself, your music, what you're trying to do?
Okay, well, I'm 17. I'm in high school. I'm a junior in high school. And, I've been playing the guitar for maybe, 10 years now. So, I really love instruments. I love the music world. I love rock music. It's like, rock music is, I just love it. It's just something I've grown up with. Stories I've been told, I came out of the womb with Black Sabbath blasting in March Madness on. So
it's awesome.
It's been in my life forever. I'm so glad for the parents I have that, push my music and push me and to totally support me, which is awesome. But yeah, with the music I make, I try to reach across with other people and, try to connect with people and just share similar experiences that the other people have and, just to show people that there's always, the light at the end of the tunnel. You can always find that light at the end of the tunnel and, push yourself to get there. It may not seem, like it's possible, but if you just keep going and just never give up, there will be that light at the end of the tunnel and you will be able to push through and succeed.
And that's a good way to think these days because a lot of, kids your age don't have that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. Yeah, it sounds like you have some really cool parents, raising you on some classic rock. I was the same way. I was raised on classic rock, so
nice.
It's a good way to be. Good way to be. Who are some of your favorite groups, by the way, that you listen to or that you've grown up listening to? Rather,
I could go on for a while.
It was top five.
Black Sabbath, Iron Maiden, top five, Led Zeppelin. Top five. Who else could I put in my top five? I like the Foo Fighters a lot. They're not very classic, but
but they've been around a while. They've been around about as long as you have.
So that sounds about right. That and who else? I'd say probably like I don't know. This is tough. Dio.
Oh, cool! Right on, man.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, so that's some influences that you don't hear from. You don't hear a lot of people like your age listening to these days.
Oh, yeah.
Like people would say,
some people
Dio, what?
I bring up like Prince died. I was like, yeah, did you guys hear Prince died? They're like, who's Prince? I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, come on.
Oh, exactly. Sounds like you're a couple years older than you are, really.
I try.
If you know what I mean. You're older for your age.
I try to act more mature, but I think my
Cool.
my parents and my teachers would beg to differ on that one.
Sure. Cool, man. We're gonna go ahead and listen to the first tune tonight. We're gonna listen to "Look at Me." Is there anything you'd like to tell us about this tune before we get rolling?
Not really. I mean, it's just like I said, you're trying to portray that light at the end of the tunnel, and just mainly just kind of, push through and strive through, even no matter what it is, if it's a job or in my case with a special someone, there's always someone out there for you, and there's always a ways to keep going forward.
Every day, it all just feels the same, just staring down and waiting for something to change. Saw a light just as you walked on by. You made me feel alive. I swear it changed my life. Let it out, breathe just a little bit, make it count. Don't go and ruin it. Now's the time to make it mine. I got to find a way. It's like everything stops when you walk in my way. My heart, it just drops and the world's around fade. All that I want is me, you're a dream. How perfect it would be for you to even look at me. I used to see the world was great to me, but now it's black and white with nothing in between.
"Look at Me" by Tyler Colt on the featured artist interview Indie Music Plus. I'm JoJo Keys. Tyler, is that your girlfriend?
No, it is not actually.
Hello?
It is not.
So, are you doing any live gigging, or is it pretty much just in studio stuff that you're doing right now?
I play a little bit of live stuff, but right now I've really been focusing on like studio things and getting stuff done. Like I've been writing some more songs and trying to figure out some riffs and things like that. So yeah, but mainly right now it's been studio stuff. But yeah, I had played live for a good amount of time. I played at the local bar by my house during the day when they would allow minors to play in there. It's called the St. Rock. I don't know if you probably have never heard of it. It's a very local spot. Yeah.
No,
yeah, it's a really local spot.
But...
And then I played at the
Sure.
Long Beach motorcycle convention, which is really cool. And I played at the Whiskey like or twice. You probably have heard of the Whiskey, right? Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, that's pretty standard.
Yeah,
Staple, right? So, like, when you play, is it hard to get into places? Do they kind of frown on you since you're so young? They're kind of like, oh, you belong with the kids over here playing the amateur shows, when really you're not an amateur. You're pretty pro with what you're doing. It's pretty squeaky
people
clean.
Don't really look down upon me at all. Like, it's really cool. Like the community, the music community in itself. You would think, someone that's way better than someone else, but like, oh, you suck. Like, get out of here. But the music community is really cool because like people will look at you, and if you're not that good, they'll be like, hey, you're doing something wrong. Let me show you how to do it right. It's like a really nice community to be involved in. So like. When I go play shows, people are like, wow, I'm so impressed that you're like 17 and you can play the way you do, and you play like Black Sabbath and like all these difficult songs that I never dream of playing. And it's really cool that, you stay in touch. It's awesome because like a lot of people that I play for are a lot of more older crowd. And so I really appeal to them because like people that age of now are probably just like, oh yeah, this music is starting to go. Kids are now listening to like, electronic music and rap music, whatever. And yeah, I like that stuff too, but I'm always going to love the classic stuff that I've grown up with.
Seems to me too, like being a little older and being around for a while, you see that things tend to go in cycles, as they say. So like a lot of what I see right now is the type of music that you do. It's like, 90s flavored rock, kind of, at least like what you would think, like what we were talking about before, kind of Blink 182-ish and stuff like that. It has that pop punk rock sound to it. I think it's just coming back. Honestly, I think it's just that, kids your age are starting to recognize that it's cool and it's starting to just sort of make a comeback.
I hope you're right.
How do you feel about it?
Like people nowadays, like a lot of the things like classic rock and like kind of fade away, and it's such a shame because it was such a great time period for music wise, the music industry and everything. And it's like people who write that kind of music, it really has a lot of meaning to it. It's really like a soul packed song rather than just like a synthesizer and your voice. Like it's like, okay, yeah, you can, like anyone could do that. It takes really like someone to really get in depth and write a really cool riff. Like look at Tony Iommi. That guy's amazing. And like you don't see people do that anymore nowadays, and it's kind of sad. Like I hope they come back because I'd hate to see it fade away.
Last time we chatted, we sort of talked about this, but what do you see yourself doing in the future? Are you always going to be a rock star, or do you have goals, as far as like going to college, getting a career, and all that stuff?
I mean, right now, I'd love like music is the dream. I'd always love to do music, as like music is like one of my strongest passions, and if I could pursue it as like a job, it'd be the greatest thing ever. But there's no guarantee that that's gonna happen, so I can just keep pushing, keep hoping for the best. But yeah, my education is definitely what I'll have to fall back on. I'm gonna plan on going to college, and doing things in college, probably getting a business degree, and see where I go from there. But I don't like to plan too far in the future because I like to kind of live in the moment and live in the here now. So
sure, awesome. Well, let's check out another one of your tunes, and then we'll. So actually, this fits in well. So this is your song, "A New Day."
Gotta go out into the great unknown. Gotta show that I can do this on my own. So take a chance, it's in my hands as long as I believe that I can take control and let it all go before it all fades away. You got just one shot, it's ready or not. Don't let it go to waste. You gotta take this world, you gotta
Colt, The New Day on the Featured Artist Interview. I'm JoJo Keys, Mr. Tyler Colt. So thank you again, man, for hanging out with us. The first interview was so technically challenged that we had to do it again. So I really, really appreciate you taking the time.
Oh, dude, no worries.
Come back.
I'm doing it better, so.
Yeah, right on. So you'll be our featured artist this week on the website, and then we'll be promoting your music and the feature on our website for around 6 months or so. So you know,
Awesome. Thank you so much.
yeah, feel free to retweet it or promote it as much as you want to.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely will. I definitely will.
Cool. And if you're ever interested in hanging out with us, we do a musicians roundtable every Sunday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time on Blab. If you ever want to come and hang out, our podcast every Sunday about a half hour before that. So feel free to pop by. And so is there anybody you'd like to shout out to before we go?
Just my parents. Like I said last time, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. They're the ones that encourage me and get me to do everything that I do. And if it weren't for them, I don't know what I'd be doing. Probably just be sitting at home. So,
being a normal kid, right? instead of doing all this awesome stuff called music. So.
Yeah.
Well, I told you this before, but I'm really, really impressed with you, man. I like your music. I think you're a cool dude. So I'd love to talk to you again. So this is the Featured Artist Interview with Tyler Colt, round 2, and it looks like we might have made it. So I'm JoJo Keys. Make sure to catch us every Thursday night, generally, on blab.im for the Featured Artist Interview, 9:30 Eastern Time. And then, like I said before, every Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for our podcast recording, and afterwards, the Musicians Roundtable, where we just hang out and talk indie music. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next week.